And we're live. Welcome back, guys. This is our last official TypeScript stream.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone for a while, and yeah, let's get some stuff done. I'm looking forward to today. So we will first look at classes. I will show you something first, and then I'll try to explain it in a bit.
All right.
So we will create a class called car. A car usually has a brand that's maybe of type string. Oh, sorry.
Maybe.
Should be of type string.
Is there a brand just with numbers? Probably.
Yeah, maybe. A car has also needs some seats, and it has a nice color that we can also set as a string.
Okay.
To initialize a class, we need a constructor, so we will choose a given brand or provided brand. It's of type string, a provided seats of type number, and a provided color of type string.
Quick question.
Yes.
Maybe I just forgot it, but did we talk about that constructor?
We didn't. I'm just gonna explain that in a minute. It's all new right now, so yeah. Color is provided color. Okay, so that's a very simple class right here, and we called that class cars. As always, that can have whatever name you want. I could call it car with whatever. That doesn't really matter. We chose a car, and a car has some attributes. We chose the attributes brand, seats, and color. We could add something else here, like, for example, the exact model or something like this, but we left that out for now.
Yeah. Like that. Okay.
And a constructor says there's a brand that the user provides and seats and a color, and we just give those to the car. And what that means is that with this class, we can create objects. So objects would, for example, look like this. I have a const my car, and I can say I want a new car with it tells me right here it needs a provided brand, provided seats, and a provided color. So the provided brand would be, for example, I drive a Volkswagen, a VW. It has 5 seats, and it's black. So this means that I've created an object called my car out of the class car. And what that means is that right now in my car, the brand is VW, the seats are 5, and the color is black.
Okay, just another quick question.
Yeah.
With new, you're just creating a new constant or a new
exactly.
car.
So the new keyword says that this class creates a new object. And it's just how the syntax works. So for example, if I want to log this to the console, then I think it was npm run serve. Yeah, so I will get car of type of brand VW, 5 seats, and a black one. And it's pretty cool because a class like this can be really complex. And I can create it just like that. So I can create, after that, maybe const my other car equals a new car. And that's maybe a BMW with 2 seats, and it's red. So that's something completely different. But if I log this to the console now, I can say my other car, and you will see two different cars here. So a good way to think about this, because it's quite hard in the beginning to understand what classes and objects are.
You figure, yeah.
Yeah. So a good thing is to look at it like a blueprint. So this right here, that's nothing, but it's a blueprint. So I can say, for example, every car needs a brand, seats, and a color. And this right here is the actual car then.
Yeah.
So the blueprint just says brand, seats, and color. And this is what I can make out of the car. And I can say, for example, this car is an actual object here, and I can say just a brand, for example. I can just ask for the brand, and it just tells me VW.
Ooh, okay, now this makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, makes.
Yeah.
I didn't go that far, but no, I understand
So for
why you would use that this way. Because, okay, just for me to be clear, the class car is what you just said. What we learned today is a class. Okay, I get that. And the constant my car equals new car. This is an object now.
Yeah, this right here, this my car is an object, and this my other car is also
So it's
an
not
object.
a variable, or is it? Because you declared it.
It's also a variable, yeah.
Okay. So okay. So this is just two.
So if I hover over this, it says car, but I could also say, so I could say car right here, and this just means that my car is of type car. Like I could say string, for example, but it complains because no. This no, because this is a car. But I could also instead of the car, I could also say object.
Oh, okay.
But then I can't say brand down here because an object could have everything, but it doesn't know that it has a brand. But if I say car, then it knows, okay, if this is a car, then it must have a brand.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe another good example, instead of a car, we could make a class.
Just a quick question,
house.
because I saw this in the rerun of one of our videos. You just commented everything out.
Yeah.
With what shortcut?
So I highlight everything, and I say command and this right here on the keyboard.
Command //
Yes, thank you. I forgot the word for it. And if I do it again, then it comments it out.
Yeah.
And I just whatever I highlight. If I only highlight this, then it only comments out those two lines.
Okay. Command /
exactly
comments everything. In or out, depending on what you.
Yeah. Pretty much the same command for every single development environment, like VS Code here.
Keeping that in mind for everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
So coming back to the classes, so if I want to have a different example, then I can have a house. So what attributes does every house have? For example, it has rooms.
Yeah, number.
However many rooms that is, and it maybe has a color, and that's a string.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I don't need that. What else? It has doors, maybe some amount of doors, so you can actually get in. And I can just use my constructor again, and I can say provided rooms of type number, and provided, let me actually copy that, color is a string, and provided doors is again a number. And I can say this rooms equals provided rooms. This color is provided color, and this doors is provided doors. Right? So this is my blueprint for a house.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say const Stephan's house is a new house. And Stephan's house, maybe it has 5 rooms. Maybe it's colored blue. And it has 2 doors, a front and a back entry. And if I log this to the console now, then Stephan's house, then I get my object at Stephan's house.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is just the blueprint for any house. Oh, what did I do? This is just a blueprint for any house, and this is actually your house. Does that make a bit more sense now? And I can create my own house as well. I can create Max's house. Max's house, it's a new house. Maybe it's a bit smaller. It has 3 rooms. It's colored white. And it only has 1 door.
Oh, so sorry. That's a very small house.
That's okay.
One of those tiny houses. With 3 rooms would be not tiny at all. Okay.
Right, so
yes.
those are our 2 different houses. And in class alone, that's nothing, but I can actually work with Stephan's house and I can work with Max's house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this I get. Just this constructor thing makes me create some question marks.
So this constructor is basically this. I give those, I have my
Just
provided rooms, that's the
couple of
5.
questions. So these provided rooms, that's just, you could call this in any other way, or do you need this provided? No, of course not, right? You could write just...
yeah, I could write ABC, I could write...
Yeah, okay. Same goes for the this dot and then rooms. This is a
No, because
given, right? I just
this
can't just say that rooms.
This is this here, right? Like it already highlights.
I know. I'm talking about this.
Yeah, because
in front of
theoretically that's the thing, because usually you don't say provided, but you just say rooms here, and you just say color here, and here you just go doors.
Yeah.
And I can say rooms, I can say color here, and I can say doors right here. So if I would just have rooms equals rooms here, then it's a bit confusing. So I can say this rooms mean, so I say, when I say this, it means of this class, this room.
Could I just also write all dot rooms?
No, because that's
So
just the syntax. That's how you
so
can.
That's what I meant. This is really
it has to be this. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And why does it print out a house with this curly brackets?
Because that just tells me that it's an object. That's how it's. If I say, for example, usually I just want to access the single attribute. So maybe I would just want to know how many rooms does Max's house have, and I would just go rooms right here, and it's just a normal number that just returns 3. That's just how it's printed here. That's a TypeScript thing. And that's the basics of classes. So what I can also do, if I go back to my car, for example, let's keep only this car. I can also have functions. You remember functions, right?
Yep.
And I can have a function honk, for example. And if I honk my car, then my car will say, I'm a, or let's just make it more simple for now. Let's just say if my console, if I honk my car, it will just go toot. toot. Right? So if I go for my car and say, please honk for me, then my car says toot toot right here. Yeah. And I can also, the cool thing is that I can access the variables, and I always access variables with the this keyword. So I can say I'm a whatever brand it is, and then if I honk now, it will say toot toot, I'm a VW. And if I would have my other car, my second car, for example, that's got a nice new Tesla, and has 2 doors, 3 seats, for example, and it's white. And I go my second car and I honk that too. Then it says toot toot, I'm a Tesla. Does that make a bit more sense now that as a class being like a blueprint and yeah. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, not right now. I'm pretty sure they're coming along while we
Okay. Okay.
go on. Okay, no, I think I got it. Okay, this class thingy.
Yeah, it's
blue
just
thing,
something you have to
blue
wrap
thing,
your head around.
with a blue brand. I also got some use cases for this, which makes sense. And no, so far no questions.
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. No worries.